Vietnam Tzu Chi volunteers distribute 8 items to care recipient families in Ho Chi Minh City. Tzu Chi Hospital uses traditional Chinese medicine methods to prevent the epidemic. Welcome to Diet Highlights. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. Vietnam Tzu Chi volunteers regularly help impoverished families in Ho Chi Minh City, recently holding distribution in 3 counties, helping 1,000 families. Volunteers also wish the recipients a Happy New Year.
Tzu Chi Vietnam Liaison Office hosts distribution events in Ho Chi Minh's 3 counties in one day. Volunteers take off at 5:30 a.m. to decorate the venue and welcome the residents. Tzu Chi's care for impoverished families in Ho Chi Minh has been recognized by the local government. On the distribution day, the government awards Tzu Chi with an appreciation certificate. Volunteers and elder recipients chat with each other as if they're one big family.
Giving is more fortunate than receiving. Through actions, you can feel the spirit of giving. If you simply chant the sutras and worship the Buddha, you might not have such feelings.
How will I spend Tzu Chi's consolation cash? I will buy medications. I have chronic diseases, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and vascular embolism. I am taking 3 kinds of medications.
The recycling bags are imbued with the volunteers' best wishes. Volunteers respectfully hand out gifts, hoping everyone will enjoy the Lunar New Year.
I'm blind and I sell lottery tickets for a living. I don't have money as I've been robbed many times. Tzu Chi supplies are very helpful. It's very helpful as they've given a variety of supplies.
I am poor and my son has kidney disease, heart problems and diabetes. He has been hospitalized for 2 to 3 months. He has just been discharged. Your supplies are very helpful to us. Thank you.
Seeing how some recipients are old and feeble, volunteers also help them carry the supplies as they've delivered the much-needed love and care to the residents.
In the Philippines, Taal volcano erupted in January, displacing more than 50,000 residents. By the end of January, the affected residents started to return home to clean up their houses. Tzu Chi Philippines tried to dispatch volunteers to assess damages and give out aid supplies. Besides rice, blankets, and daily necessities, volunteers also gave out N95 masks for the affected residents to protect themselves.
By the end of January, there was no more volcano eruption warnings, and the affected residents started to return home to clean up their houses. Accompanied by Tzu Chi volunteers, 76-year-old Pelagia has also returned home. Seeing her house, she counts her blessings.
This is my first time returning home after the volcano eruption. Although my roof is covered with dust, the house is still there. After cleaning up, I can still live here.
After the volcanic eruption, earthquakes also struck Batangas. Feeling for the affected residents, Philippine Tzu Chi volunteers bought aid supplies and distributed rice that came from Taiwan.
When we evacuated, we did not have food and we could not bring our clothes. Fortunately, many kind-hearted people from different areas came to help us. I do not know how to describe our gratitude for them. I am really touched. I do not know how to repay everyone's kindness.
In the afternoon of Typhoon Katasana, Tzu Chi was the first organizations that distributed aid to us. They also led us to clean up our homes and communities. Now that they came again to help us, the familiar feeling is back. Thank you very much.
Local residents think Tzu Chi's disaster relief helped them tremendously. Volunteers also led everyone to pray. Many women relieved their pressure at this moment.
I prayed for our safety during the prayer and I was moved to tears. These are tears of joy. Now I feel much more at ease.
Volunteers give out daily necessities, blankets, rice, and N95 masks. This way, the residents can protect themselves against the volcano dust when they clean their homes.
City Philippines chapter held its year-end blessing ceremony in Tacloban. The event was organized and prepared by local volunteers. Organizing the ceremony was a challenge. Local volunteers were filled with joy.
Philippine City volunteers held their year-end blessing ceremony in Tacloban, attended by more than 800 local residents.
I'm very honored to attend Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremony. Since Typhoon Haiyan struck the area, Tzu Chi volunteers have always been there for the people. You help us as well as people in other parts of the world. It is very touching.
Although 6 years have passed since Typhoon Haiyan, many people still remember the volunteers' love. This ceremony was organized by local volunteers.
We should not be afraid to do something. The most important thing is if it benefits the society and not benefiting ourselves, then we have to do it. Don't be afraid of the challenges or the problem that you will encounter. You have to face it.
Being a volunteer is change.
After becoming a volunteer, my life has changed. In the past, my temper was bad, but Tzu Chi taught me to love everyone. So I became positive and tried to help people in need.
Mas nagkukuan nga makabulig sa ibang tao.
Manila City volunteers give out red envelopes of blessing and wisdom imbued with their best wishes.
From now on, I want to be my parents' good child and help my mother with household chores.
In the beginning of 2020, there are a lot of natural man-made disasters worldwide. Therefore, the ceremony participants also pray sincerely for a world free of disasters.
Here at a charity sale in Sri Lanka, from food preparation to the on-site sale were solely organized by Tzu Chi. In the event, parents accompanying them also grasped the chance to introduce Tzu Chi and invited people to do good deeds together.
Roti in Sri Lanka is a well-known civilian food. Chi Chis to eat by themselves. The girls are responsible for kneading dough and frying crusts, while the boys are responsible for cutting banana leaves to replace plastic bags. This is their first charity sale on the street. They insist on not using plastic products.
Tzu Chi discussed together. Although there were different opinions, a consensus was reached after communication. Then they started to act.
At the side of the road, Tzu Chi shout loudly and invite people to respond. Parents accompanying them also assist the hospitality and grab the chance to introduce Tzu Chi. Many people don't just donate money, but also fill in the application forms for being a volunteer.
Tzu Chi teaches the children the right direction. In the future, I'll continue to fully help.
The proceeds of the charity sale will be used as charitable funds. Being able to work together to raise money and love, and finally got the task done, is the greatest encouragement for these Tzu Chis.
Tzu Chi Living Recycling Station in Taishan, New Taipei City, had a fire accident on the New Year's Eve, and the station was ruined. Volunteers who have been working there for 12 years have come to organize the environment and continue their recycling work. The Liming recycling station that has been running for 12 years had a fire accident on the New Year's Eve.
My son passed by my factory and saw some smoke, so he got off to see what's going on, and he found that the station was burning. There's nothing we can do. We're all upset because we put in a lot of efforts here.
These recycling volunteers felt sad in the beginning of the new year. Nevertheless, the recycling work has to continue. On the first day of the Lunar New Year, the recycling volunteers and Tzu Chi volunteers cleaned up from outside the station. Many recycled goods have soon been sent into the station again.
The fire department of New Taipei has come to check on the fire scene on the 6th day of the Lunar New Year. Volunteers have started to organize the station and set up the tent area to handle the recycled items coming in. Many recycling volunteers have also come back to help. We are very grateful to them.
Some of the kitchen utensils can continue to be used after careful cleaning.
We think that it's just like seeing the light once again from the darkness. If we do it alone, we feel tiring. But when everyone cleans up together, we can chat and we are all happy that we can reuse all these items.
Facing this pneumonia epidemic from Chinese medicine's point of view, how can we improve our immunity? There are several key points that can promote our health. While Tzu Chi Hospital has also developed an anti-epidemic tea which can effectively improve our immunity.
Facing this epidemic, from Chinese medicine's point of view, pressing acupoints on the human body can promote health. We can massage Tzu Chi, He Gu, Zhu Sanli, and Wu Zhu, which can effectively improve our lung, strengthen gastrointestinal function and immunity.
We need to strengthen our body and immunity. When we press, we need to do a clockwise massage. For example, we can massage Tzu Chi acupoint in a clockwise manner.
The traditional Chinese medicine department of Huanian Tzu Chi Hospital has also developed an anti-epidemic tea to enhance immunity. Prepare basil leaves, Macedonian chrysanthemum, beetroot, fishwort, Chinese bellflower, and nicorice. The cooking method is quite simple. People can easily cook at home.
After obtaining the 5 ingredients on the left, boil them with 500 to 800 milliliters of water. After it boils, add chrysanthemum and basil leaves and boil for another 5 minutes. Then the anti-epidemic tea is done.
Basically, this tea is suitable for everyone of any physique, and 500 to 800 ml per day is enough. Facing the threat of pneumonia epidemic, improving our immunity is the most important way to safeguard health.
Contact lenses are a must-have for many modern people. Some of these products are specially labeled as having high water content and are not soft lenses. When they are worn, they can make the eyes feel less dry and more comfortable than hard lenses. Some believe the higher the water content, the better the lenses. Let's hear what the experts say.
There are a lot of contact lenses on the market. How do you choose the right one?
Sometimes my eyes will be very dry and I might choose a type that keeps the moisture. I'll ask if they recommend a contact lens for me.
Hard contact lenses can be worn for a longer period of time. I don't always feel like my eyes are dry.
Contact lenses are mainly divided into soft and hard categories. The soft ones have water content that ranges from 25 to 80%. Because of the water content, they feel soft and it doesn't feel like it is a foreign body when worn. These contact lenses have about 90% of the market, but the water content is really higher. Is it better for our eyes? Let's hear what experts say.
Water content of contact lenses does not matter too much because actually water will evaporate. If it lacks water, it will absorb tears from our eyes. To keep the moisture content of contact lenses for some patients with dry eye, they need to wear contact lens with higher water content, or they will be more uncomfortable.
Doctors remind us that contact lenses with higher water content may not be better. The best thing is before wearing contact lenses, one should go to a qualified ophthalmologist for evaluation and inquiry to keep our eyes healthy.
If your knee cruciate ligament has been injured before, you should take extra precaution when exercising. A giant woman suddenly felt cramping in her left leg after doing yoga and fell to the ground. As she fell, she not only dislocated her knee but also ruptured her femoral artery. Thanks to the combined effort of doctors at the hospital, her leg was saved from amputation.
A lover of exercise, Ms. Chen was just finishing up her yoga class when her left leg cramped and she fell. As her knee hit the ground, she also dislocated it.
I felt a cramp and fell. Even though I fell, I was very conscious. When I was lying there, I started to break out in a cold sweat, and I couldn't move my leg. The yoga instructor immediately called an ambulance for me.
At the hospital, while fixing her dislocated joint, they discovered her femoral artery had burst. Thus, they transferred her to the Darling Tzu Chi Hospital. The cardiovascular surgical department and plastic surgery department worked together to reconnect her artery as well as a fasciotomy to prevent the amputation of the leg.
When arteries burst, about 30% will have to be amputated. If the blood vessel is not reattached in time, the leg will have to be removed. Otherwise, you can die.
Symptoms of acute arterial occlusion include pain, numbness, swelling, coldness, the skin being pale or turning black, and the absence of a pulse. It's important to be aware as the golden treatment period is within 6 hours of the injury.
We took the great saphenous vein from her leg to do bypass surgery. It connected the two ends of the broken artery. A stent was placed to expand the narrowing blood vessel, which gave her back the circulation to the leg. Then the plastic surgeon was asked to reduce the swelling in the other fascia to fully restore her leg circulation.
When blood flow is restricted after injury for more than 4 hours, it can cause the muscle tissues to die. Doctors remind the public high-impact sports such as soccer, basketball, and badminton, or those who have experienced injuries in the knee should wear knee protectors to strengthen the joints to avoid dislocation.
25-year-old nurse Tzu Chi is entering her 4th year of service at the Tzu Chi Dialysis Center in Penang. Her original desire was to join Doctors Without Borders, but during her 3 years at the nursing college, she became a Tzu Chi and was moved by the selfless love of Tzu Chi volunteers. After graduation, she firmly believed that she is using her professionalism and love in treating old dialysis patients.
Tzu Chi is a 25-year-old nurse at the Tzu Chi Dialysis Center. In 4 years, she has established a close familial relationship with many dialysis patients.
She tells my husband to be careful about what he eats and also not to drink so much water and be careful about food. She's a kind and motivated person and is happy to help others. She's very nice and kind.
In fact, her first wish was to become a medical doctor, but her test scores were unsatisfactory. With the encouragement of her mother, she did not give up her desires to help protect the health of others.
Because I participated in a Tzu Chi charity bazaar, I learned about international disaster relief and wanted to be a medical professional like Doctors Without Borders. I wanted to help refugees. My mother saw a notice in the paper that a Tzu Chi Dialysis Center was recruiting new students and asked me to apply.
She had to live on her own, leaving her hometown to be enrolled in nursing. She actively participated in Tzu Chi activities to help others. When she was ill, she received the support from Tzu Chi's Ida mothers who took care of her like her family.
When a child from another area is ill, she may think that there's no family around. I gave her more love and time and cared for her a little more to make her feel at ease like a mother was around. This way she will recover faster and we can feel at ease.
After officially becoming a nurse, she hoped to use her professionalism to let dialysis patients feel her selfless love.
Being a nurse means that I can enlighten the lives of dialysis patients. Sometimes they think it's hard to undergo dialysis because they have to do it their entire lives, and every day they have to suffer from their wound. When they meet our nurses at the dialysis center, they need to experience joy and a gift and direction in life.
In the process of taking care of patients, she deeply realized the impermanence of life. She now cherishes every moment and really loves what she does.
To save the agriculture industry from being populated by the elderly, Pingtung County launched the Pingtung Agricultural College. Wang Meiling is a special education teacher who attended this agricultural collective for further studies. This led her to plant roselle flower, which not only allows her to earn a living, but also fulfills social responsibility.
These little hands pick roselle as baskets of the flower are being moved. This class teaches them how to make roselle jam.
Put one hand over the other and begin to spin it and it will come out. For special kids, they can do it. Please let them try and touch it.
50-year-old Wang Meiling has been a special education teacher for more than 10 years, specializing in assisting special children through courses such as the use of clay and gardening.
First, we feel pity for them, and the more you feel for them without leading them, they can only do things like crawling on the ground. We may take them to do rehabilitation and use this opportunity for them to have more contact and experience different feelings.
She wanted to give children more opportunities to get in touch with plants, so she brought a field to plant fruits and used it as a classroom. She invited these special families to experience farming together. It combines gardening with early childhood education. This is different from the traditional nursing services, which may be purely cognitive or educational.
Teacher Meiling is special. She pays more attention to parent-child interaction in class. I think it's good.
It turned out that this special development teacher loves farming, and the charm of her plants became her weapon to help these special children.
Seeing these children happily tripping these plants is a joy that money cannot buy. I feel this kind of joy, the joy of sharing with them, is priceless.
From special education to working in agriculture growing fruits, these are not only personal interests but also an area where she has professional knowledge. In this class at Pingdong Agricultural College, students concentrate their attention in a very special way that has nothing to do with farming. This photography teacher is instructing everyone how to take promotional photos and set up a studio. Putting light on these fruits and vegetables allows small farmers to do more marketing. Pingdong County's annual agricultural output value is as high as $232 million, but the agricultural population is aging. This agricultural university has been implementing this course for 4 years, helping small farmers expand their scale.
We have trained more than 600 graduates, and we have broken away from the original technology-oriented curriculum design. We have an elite course, and in addition, we have provided business-oriented technical guidance courses.
If there is an elite class, they may come from all walks of life, such as agriculture, forestry, fishery, and animal husbandry. In fact, the learning atmosphere will be better. Otherwise, if they only study in their own industry, it is actually more restrictive. Wang Meiling progressed from introductory course to the elite class, and all her classmates benefit from her insight.
In the fourth class at MPUST Agricultural College, I saw Meiling. She's a very warm and kind girl.
Together they learned to share their skills, as some students specialize in producing pineapples, while others know about how to help the disadvantaged. What is special about these new farmers is they are also more willing to cultivate blessings and contribute to the community.
Indonesia tipping Tinggi Tzu Chi liaison office staff for New Year gifts and free clinics for Chinese care recipients to enjoy a festive holiday. Take a look and see you next time.